So you're thinking about building a new house. It is so exciting to do. You're gonna get to pick out your own upgrades, choose your yard, even decide like how the outside of the house is gonna look when you pull up. It's like, sounds super easy, right? But building a home is a huge investment and it shouldn't be taken lightly. And I'm here in this beautiful brand new ranch to talk to you a little about the key things that you need to think about before you walk in and start talking about building a house. So first thing you wanna do is you want to hire an agent, even me. I'll be with you from the beginning, from the time you walk in to talk about which floor plan is going to work best for you, clear up and through the finish of the project. That way you have someone in your court to help you make very smart decisions, and that won't impact your future resale, as well as help make sure that you're putting the right upgrades in without overdoing it or underdoing it. It's also nice to have an extra person in your corner if issues arise, because now it's not just your word going against the builder, you actually have someone else in your court at the same time. Now, another thing I want you to think about is that your location choices may not be as vast as you think they could be. Everyone thinks I can just build wherever the heck I want. Most builders will only build in certain neighborhoods they've already established, or on your lot if it's already owned outright and it's within so many minutes of a current community that they're building in. So unless you already have that piece of land ready to rock and roll, you may have to choose from neighborhoods that are already complete and then may not be in the ideal city or near the expressway or near the things that you want to be in. So I want you to pay attention to that. Next, your lot selection is super important. When I sit down with my clients and we're looking at a map of the neighborhood with all the lots that are available, there's a lot of things you need to look at. Like, do you want your house to face a certain way? Do you want a huge backyard? Do you want no yard to mow? Do you want privacy? Do you not care if like this house has got a lake in the backyard? You know, those kinds of things are important. And I even reduce it down to the ridiculous of, hey, where do you want to spend your time in the morning or in the evening? Because what you say to me is going to determine how we want your home to face when we pick that lot out. Next, I want you to be budget conscious. Don't go building the home that's at the top of your price point starting out the gate, because then you're not going to get the upgrades that you want. But also don't build really low in your price range and fill it with a million different upgrades that you think are going to make the house better, because if you have to resell that house down the road, you have to be comparable to the others, or else you may have bought a lot of upgrades that you're not going to get your money out of later down the road. You want to keep up with the neighbors, but you also want to build your home at a reasonable price. Next, I really want you to be involved in the build. So there's a lot of people, they go in, they do their initial meeting, they pick out the things they want, they show up for the dig the hole meeting, the drywall meeting, and the final walkthrough. That's it. That's not how I operate. I want you to go out to the house once every week or once every other week just to see how things are going. Document the production and how it's unfolding in front of your eyes. There's a lot of time that the house goes from being just a slab of dirt to a big, beautiful piece of art. And I want you to be there throughout that process so we can also keep an eye on how things are going, make sure that there aren't any problems that we need to point out now while they can be fixed versus something that may get covered by drywall later down the road. It's going to make sure that the builder knows, hey, we're here, we're paying attention to things that they know their people need to be on point from the beginning of that build until the end. And then lastly, your home isn't going to be built in one day. It's not even going to be built in 1 month. Unless you buy a market home, you're going to have to go through a very long process from selecting things, going through permitting, going through planning, looking at floor plans, figuring out where lights are going. And depending on the builder, that time frame can be anywhere from 6 to 12 plus months from the beginning to end. And if you need to sell your current home in order to have the money to buy the next home, we need to talk about what that timing looks like. If you can pull the equity out now and just wait until it closes and then sell your other one, great. You're not going to be displaced for a while. But if you need all of that money out for the day of closing, we're going to have to be very strategic with when we put your home on the market. And I don't want anyone to have to go into short-term housing if it's not needed, but I'm here to help eliminate surprises and help you prepare for the entire process. So this can be a very exciting time, watching your home go from a hole in the ground to a beautiful masterpiece for you to enjoy for years and decades to come. And together, I'm going to put my experience helping clients build dozens upon dozens of houses to work over my career to help make sure that your home becomes a wonderful and memorable piece of your life.